So I'm going to tell you a story. It's about a talking piranha. But the guy didn't know the piranha could talk at the very beginning when he first bought this pet from the pet store. See, he come to love his piranha. We'll, we'll name him very affectionately Sparky. Sparky, his talking piranha. He would come home every day and he would get out a dingle dangly earthworm out of the little tub they come in, and he'd drop it inside of there after work, and the moment that earthworm hit the water, to go bibbity bubbling, and the piranha's eating the earthworm, just loving life. This went on for a series of months, and he came home one day and he got that dingle dangly earthworm and he dropped it in the water, just bloop, and it sunk to the bottom of the aquarium, to where it sat on the bottom of the aquarium, like looking kind of like a poop emoji. You know what I'm talking about, the little spirally poop emoji. And the guy watched that, and then he watched Sparky, the piranha, swim over. Look at the poop emoji, the earthworm, and look at the guy. Look at the worm. 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 And then bam! He slammed into the aquarium, and whoa! And then he gets up and then he slams into the other side and the other side and the other side, and he's bouncing around the aquarium, just slamming in the side of the wall like a ping pong ball. I was like, whoa! What's wrong with Sparky? Duh. He wants out of the aquarium. So he goes and he gets his net and he scoops out Sparky and he drops him on the couch, and Sparky flippity flops and flippity flops and flippity flops, and the guy's watching like, well, maybe it's been long enough. He reaches down, he grabs Sparky, goes over the aquarium and drops him in the aquarium. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Sparky falls to the bottom of the aquarium, like, and the guy's watching him going, Sparky? And he gets really close, and then he taps on the screen, or taps on the aquarium, and all of a sudden, Sparky's the little wiggly thing on their side, the what's that called? The thing that swim, the fin, the wiggles, and then Sparky gets up and he does what piranhas do when they're little days. He goes blah, 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 like that, and then the guy's watching like, oh, thank goodness Sparky's okay. And Sparky swims over and he looks at the worm again, looks at the guy, looks at the worm, looks at the guy, looks at the worm, looks at the guy, looks at the worm, looks at the guy, and bam, slammed to the aquarium again. And just like a ping pong ball, he's all over the place. The guy's like, what is wrong? Maybe I got a broken, something is wrong with my piranha. My piranha's broke. Oh. Why didn't I think of this? He just wants out for longer. I didn't keep him out of his aquarium long enough. That's all he wants. So he, of course, he's an intellectual person. He goes over and he scoops him out of the aquarium and drops him on the couch. And now here's Sparky flippity flopping over the couch again, getting piranha slime everywhere. And then he falls on the floor and he continues to flippity flop and flippity flop. And I give him more time, I guess. So he watches, and after a few moments, he reaches down, he grabs Sparky. Maybe it's been long enough. Goes over and lifts the lid and drops him down the aquarium. And he just laid there. The guy thought, man, maybe I did it again. Maybe this time it was too long. Maybe he's not coming back. And then about that time, the things they breathe out of, the things on the side of their head, not the fin, the gill wiggles. He's like, he's alive. And Sparky gets up. I promise you, this is how it happens. He gets up and he swims over, looks at the worm, looks at the guy, 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 and then he goes to swim up. And the guy leans over. You know the black lid's on top of the aquarium. He reaches down and there's that black lid. And he folds it up. And there's Sparky's little mouth with a little gnarly tooth, piranha mouth. And he says, never do that again, you idiot. And he goes down, he swims, and he eats up the worm and gets all bubbly like it ought to. What the world was wrong with Sparky? Well, I think what was wrong with Sparky is the same thing that some of us do. We have boundaries, but we don't show people that we appreciate and we want and we value our boundaries. So we live a life that's smashing up against the side of our boundaries. We live a life that says, how close can I get to that boundary without breaking the glass, to take my metaphor too far, without somebody seeing us not value what keeps us safe, and they take us right out of it. and they put us in a place that they think we're okay with being because we've not expressed our boundaries clear enough. And we haven't expressed our value for our boundaries. Sparky learned a really hard lesson. I don't think he slams into the side of his aquarium anymore. I think he learned that the boundaries exist to keep him safe, and that he needs to make other people around him know that he values those boundaries. Nay, that he wants those boundaries. Hopefully, Sparky is not better at that than you and I are. Because this is what I know is true. If we don't value our boundaries, other people won't either. We've got to say it. We've got to show it. We've got to make it known. What are your boundaries? Are you better at this than Sparky? I sure hope so.